Yo, you're Kill the Minister Gang. You're back with another video, and today we're gonna be doing our Week 8 NFL Power Ranking video. The NFL season is breezing by. It's kind of sad, but it's kind of fun to get to. We've seen some great football games so far in this year, and we almost right at the halfway point, just about. So I was just going to get a little power ranking, man. I don't do these every week, but I might start doing them as like short form every week. But I want to do a video for this one and just talk about the teams where I got them, who I think is better than who, and I got them up at mock draft time, almost mock draft time, playoff possible. You're a good team. Super Bowl question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So we got all the teams right here. Before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend. It means a lot to me. Click my link tree. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, Letterboxd, TikTok, all that. It's all in there. And well, not Twitter, X. But let's go ahead and get into the video, man. Enough. I don't like to do too much talking beforehand, so let's get into it. Arizona Cardinals, almost mock draft time. I don't think they're like the worst team in the league. Every single loss they've had, they've actually been in the game. Jacoby Brissett has the offense looking better than Kyler Murray these past 2 weeks. They've put up some good performances against the Packers and the Colts. They was able to move the ball. It's looked better with him, but you can't play Brissett over Kyler. Kyler's making way too much money. So Kyler will eventually come back. I don't know if he comes back this week or not, but this almost mock draft time for them. They're gonna be right there. The Falcons, playoff possible. They're a weird team to me because 1 week they beat the Buffalo Bills, then the other week they getting 30 piece by the goddamn Panthers, and they lose to the 49ers, which I feel like they could have won that game, but Robert Saleh's defense. But I'm gonna put them playoff possible. They'll probably be near towards the back of this though. The Ravens, I'm gonna have to come back to the Ravens. I am a Ravens fan, but it's kind of hard to rank the team right now, so I'm gonna just do them last. Buffalo Bills, I think they're a good team at the end of the day. They had them back-to-back losses, then they had their bye, so we ain't seen some good Buffalo Bills football in about 3 weeks. Even though really they haven't been that good to me all year. Besides the fourth quarter against the Ravens. Besides that, the Jets, but the Jets are the Jets. But the other teams they played, I feel like they look sloppy at times. Like the Saints, they should blow the Saints out. The Saints was able to keep up with them. It wasn't the best looking wins ever. And the Miami game, Miami stuck around with them. So like, them New England just beat them. Atlanta really just beat them, even though Atlanta did give them some opportunities to win at the end. But Buffalo, that was probably the worst Josh Allen game I've seen in a while. But they're still a good team. Carolina, also playoff possible. I think Atlanta should be better than Carolina, even though Carolina 30-pieced them. But Atlanta has a good defense. Carolina, I know Bryce Young isn't playing this week, but I forgot who they play. They might win. No, actually, they play the Bills. Yeah, they're not going to win. But it's Andy Dalton, Panthers. But oh well. I think they're a playoff possible team. They've been able to get some wins together. Bryce Young has been able to win some games for them. The Bears, also playoff possible. But I'm going to put the Bears. I don't know. The Bears and Atlanta, like, I don't really know who's better. Atlanta has a way better defense. The Bears are on a 4-game win streak. Caleb has looked better. I don't think there's still some problems with Caleb with the accuracy and all that I'm not the biggest fan of. But he's cutting down the sacks. He doesn't turn the ball over less. Ben Johnson's starting to get this run game going with DeAndre Swift, but we'll see how that goes going into the rest of the season. But I'm putting the Bears right there. They're playoff possible. They can make the team. They're 4-2 right now. Yeah. The Bengals, if you would have asked me about before the Unk Bowl, I would have probably almost mock draft time. But I'm going to put them right there. I think if Joe Flacco could get maybe like, how many wins they got? They got like 3 wins right now. You have to win about 1 or 2 more and Joe Burrow doesn't come back to like late November or something. I think it'll be tough. That's why I'm putting them. They still playoff possible because it's not a crazy. I don't think Flacco's gonna win too many more games for them. Because I feel like from Flacco we see a blow up game where he could just light it up. Then the next couple weeks he's just gonna play the worst football you've ever seen, damn near. That's why I'm just gonna put them below playoff possible. The Browns, it's mock draft time. Their defense is good, solid. Quishon Judkins is good. They have a major quarterback problem. I'm not a fan of Dylan Gabriel. He doesn't push the ball down the field. It's just a lot of, he's small. You can't really see. It's a lot of things I don't really like about Dillon Gabriel. So I think it is mock draft time. I only have 2 wins, and I do think it's now they do have Shedeur, and I feel like Shedeur will get a chance to play because I don't think Dillon Gabriel's been good at all in any of his games. But I think Shedeur should get the chance to play. If Shedeur could give him an opportunity, if he go out there and perform, I think maybe they could hold off and try to get a quarter. Well, I don't think drafting the quarterback this way. This is gonna be a terrible quarterback class, but that's some upside I do have with the Browns. I think get Shedeur in there, and maybe he could get the offense looking productive in the pass game, and not just throwing it to the line of scrimmage the whole time. Dallas Cowboys, playoff possible. I'm put them right there because the Bears beat the Cowboys. Cowboys, it is what it is. Dak Prescott's playing out of his mind. They got CD, got George Pickens. Javonte Williams has actually looked good in the run game. The offenses look good. It's just the defense is terrible. All I got to say about them. Broncos, you're a good team. You have some comeback wins. And I know some people are shaky on Bo Nix. I'm with like Bo Nix is good. He's a solid quarterback. I don't think he's trash. I don't think he's like almighty though. But I think he's good. He can run the offense. He hasn't looked that good this year at times, but he's also came up with some big moments in the comeback against the Eagles. The crazy game against the Giants, scoring like 30-some points in the fourth quarter. So they're a good team. They have a good defense. I love the defense. I really just don't like the offense. I really don't like offensive weapons for real. I think Bo Nix is solid. I think you can put him in the right situation, he could perform, man. He performs in this situation. Sean Payton's play calling has been iffy at times, but I feel like maybe that's because he doesn't trust Bo Nix as much. But they're a good team, man. They find ways to win games. Detroit Lions. Denver's kind of looked better than Buffalo this year. But I'm going to respect Buffalo. I'm going to put Detroit in the Super Bowl question marks here because they look like a good team against everybody they've played besides week 1 against Green Bay, and they lost against Kansas City. And I'm going to put them in Super Bowl question mark. The offense look good. Defense look good for a majority part of the year. I can respect it. Green Bay Packers next. All right, maybe I should put them both down here. Green Bay did beat Detroit, so that counts for something in this. The thing with Green Bay, I like Green Bay. I like Jordan Love. It's just not consistent enough. I feel like they need a real star wide receiver who could get separation and get open consistently. Because I think the best one they got probably right now is Malcolm Golden. He's a rookie. I feel like they need some juice on offense to get him more consistent. I feel the defense is good. They give up a lot of yards, but they don't give up a lot of touchdowns or nothing like that. So that's something. But I like Green Bay. They're a good team. Houston, they're not that good, but they're playoff possible just because their division, I guess. I don't know. The offensive line is awful, but that defense is really good. That defense can keep them in games. And you just have to hope for a couple of C.J. Stroud plays on offense to put up some points, a couple drives. Atlanta's better than them. I'll put them right there. The Colts are looking like the best team in the NFL dang near. So I got to put them in there. Daniel Jones lighting it up. I'm not the biggest fan of their defense, but that offense is JT, Pittman, Pierce, all that. Jacksonville. I was here, but after the last couple weeks, I'm starting more here. But the top of here, I like Liam Cohen as the offense coach. Excuse me. I like the defense. The defense actually played good against the Rams in the second half. Didn't give up too much. It's the Trevor Lawrence thing, man. Trevor Lawrence is like, I don't know. I saw a tweet that was like, it described Trevor Lawrence perfect for me. It's like, Trevor Lawrence is like that five Madden player controlled by like a trash person. Like that's what it kind of feels like with Trevor Lawrence. He's good. He can make some good moments, but then like there's times he don't play good and all, and you just like, what the fuck are you doing? And they started off hot. The run game has slowed down with them. The defense is still solid. I like the defense. I like Liam Cohen offensive play calling. I like Travis Hunter. BTJ is they got to get that situated. Him and T-Law's connection, man. And BTJ is having a drop problem. I think he's just scared to get hit, but He's got to trust Trevor Lawrence more on just. Trevor Lawrence does have to get in better position to start throwing hospital balls, but that's all I'm gonna say about the Jaguars. Casey, oh shoot, Casey's look like one of the best teams in football. I'm not even gonna lie. Patrick Mahomes, when he has Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Rasheed Rice, Travis Kelce's looking back. Torrin Hunt Tucker, I believe that's his name, has a deep shot. This offense is moving the ball. They've been moving the ball consistently ever since Worthy came back against Baltimore. They can move the ball. Mahomes is playing like MVP right now. The defense is solid. The run game is still iffy. I still don't like how Mahomes is like the leader rusher damn near. But they get that situated, I think. They get the run game, then it gets real scary. But right, I like Kansas City a lot right now. The offense is moving. Chargers, playoff possible right now, I think. They're not a lot to get in there because of the injuries and stuff that they've been going through. That's the only reason. They started off hot. It's just the injuries right now, the run game. It's really all on Herbert. And their defense isn't all that to me either. Rams, you're a good team. Right there. You're a good team. Matthew Stafford, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, Sean McVay. Enough said. Defensive front line, I really like. I don't like the secondary at all. The secondary is a problem, but they're still a good team. Raiders, Raiders have one win. Yeah, it's mock draft time with the Raiders. Geno Smith has looked like one of the worst quarterbacks ever, and I liked Geno Smith last year. I was defending Geno last year for the Seattle situation, and he comes to the Raiders, and he has not looked good at all. He keeps turning the ball over. And they put up 0 points against Kansas City. I know he didn't play the full game, but that's still terrible, putting up 0 points. Division game. It's mock draft time for the offensive line sucks. Brock Bowers has been hurt. Kobe Myers has been hurt. It's just it's a lot of Miami's look like the worst team in football. It's complete mock draft. It's time to clean house time. I think you need a new GM, owner. You need time for a new GM, head coach, quarterback. They just need a whole culture swing in there. I don't like anything Miami's doing. I would stay far away from them. If you're a Miami fan, I am sorry for this year because y'all really weren't supposed to be bad, or at least this bad, but y'all have been worse in the league bad, damn near. Damn near, because we'll get to the other team. Vikings, playoff possible. I don't really trust them to make the playoffs just because they're in a tough division. I think they're the worst team in their division. They have a lot of good things on their team. It's really just a quarterback problem. Like, Carson Wentz hasn't really been the best, but he's been better than what JJ was, because JJ was looking like the worst quarterback in football. Out of like 8 quarters, is only good on one of them. The whole Atlanta game, he was bad. He was trash for the 75% of the Chicago game. So he's like, you just stuck with it. Like, I think now people look at him and they're like, well, should have kept Sam Darnold. That's what they should have done, but they didn't. They trusted JJ and that guy. And now they're in Carson Wentz, JJ McCarthy, weird part. I guess you have to go with Carson Wentz for the rest of the year if you want to make a playoff push, because he's looked better than JJ. JJ doesn't even look ready. I think there's still playoff possible because of KOC, Brian Flores, and that defense. They could still win some games. They've played some tough teams, though. And they still got to play some tougher teams down the road, because they still got to play Detroit twice, Green Bay twice, Chicago again. Yeah, it's not pretty for Minnesota. They still playoff possible, though, just because they could win some games. The talent is there to win games. Patriots playing like a really good team right now. Coming into the year, I thought they could be like a little sneaky playoff get-in team, but they're playing like one of the best. They beat the Bills. They're leading their division right now. Drake May's looking like an MVP right now. The defense is playing good. Mike Vrabel, that's a Mike Vrabel effect. I like Vrabel a lot. I knew it was a good head coach pickup for them. But Patriots are looking good right now. I don't think like they're crazy good. I think like they could still be beaten. But they're looking good right now. They're playing good football. Drake May is looking like an MVP. Saints, it's mock draft time. They're better than all these teams. I'll give them that. Spencer Rattler isn't the problem with the Saints. It's about everything else. But Spencer Rattler's not the problem. I think Spencer Rattler's been fine. I don't think you need to go into the draft thinking about, oh, shoot, we need to find our guy at quarterback, or at least right now. I think you could build up this roster a little more, then go get another one if you still don't think Rattler's the guy. But No quarterback's really coming out this year. I think Rattler's been fine. He hasn't been the worst quarterback. He hasn't even been the biggest issue with this team. Tyler Show, I feel like you don't ever put him in the game. I don't think Tyler Show is going to be good at all. And he couldn't even beat Spencer Rattler out. Man, he was a second-round pick. I know it sucks that you wasted a second-round pick. You're probably never going to play him. Well, you should never play him. But maybe you can just imagine that Spencer Rattler was that second-round pick and just do something with Tyler Show. Maybe trade him to another team or something. I don't know. Try to get something for him because I feel like you shouldn't put him in the game. I don't think he's going to be good whenever he plays, but we'll see. New York Giants. Almost mock draft time. Jacoby Brissett. Cardinals have looked better than them. But ever since there wasn't mock draft time, but they're almost mock draft time because Jackson Dart has came in and Kane Scatterboot. They gave this offense some light, been able to move the ball. They really should have beat Denver. If they beat Denver, maybe we talking, could they sneak in? I don't think they could, but maybe possibly sneak into a playoff run. But I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to be a fun team. Jackson Dart's going there. Jackson Dart's played solid football for them. Cam Scatterboot defense. I feel like the reason they lost that game, though, on Denver, Dayball kind of sold them, and Dart throwing that turnover. And Dart was throwing some crazy balls in that last drive when he got the rushing touchdown. It was like 3 balls he threw that should have been intercepted, but he got a break. I don't know if I really want them to keep Dayball, though. I don't know on that, but this is almost draft time for them. Jackson Darts look good for them. Jets, they're 0-7. They have their general manager owner coming out talking about it's not the head coach fault. It's maybe we could complete a pass getting on Justin Fields. He got benched for Tyrod. So that's like, I don't think the vibes is down as the Miami's vibe because Miami vibes are all the way down. But it's like right there. But they're a worse team than Miami. Miami beat them. Philly, it's Super Bowl. Super Bowl question mark. Kansas City's like the best team in football. I'm going to put Philly second, then the Colts. Because Philly still has their problems. They can't run the ball right now. Actually, I'm put them right there. Because they still have problems. They can't run the ball. Offensive lines regress. The defense, I don't like the secondary. Outside like a Quillon, like Dejean. I don't like Ringo. Adoree Jackson, they both suck. If I'm Philly, I'm trying to get off of them. I'll bring anybody in. Excuse me. Just to make. Because, like, you can't run them out there every single day. Defense has regressed a little bit, but I think we kind of knew that it wasn't going to be as dominant. But it's still a good unit, I feel. Just the secondary, I don't like that. And they can't run the ball. Saquon is, like, averaging, like, 2 yards per carry or something like he's, like, under the average of yards per carry. So, but Jalen Hurts, he played really good against Minnesota. I think if he could keep up that style of play, throwing the ball, having this offense moving in the pass game, the pass attack, I feel like maybe they could possibly open up the run game for Saquon and get good. Maybe Jalen Hurts MVP, depending on how the year finishes. Because it's still too early to tell who's going to get MVP. You can say Mahomes, but like it's always a different MVP early in the year. Like early in the year, I remember there's always like the Russell Wilson MVPs runs in early in the year when he's back in Seattle, or the Kyler Murray MVP runs beginning of the year. Like Dak Prescott had him. Like we'll know who the MVP is. I feel like around week 10, week 11, we have a good feel of who the MVP is. But like early this year, week 2, Justin Herbert was MVP. Like now, nobody brings up Herbert. I think the Bakers thing kind of slowed down after the Detroit loss. Now everybody's like Mahomes, and Stafford's still there. The Steelers, maybe I'm biased, but I think they're just playoff possible. I can say a word that they missed the playoffs. They're not that good to me, but they're not bad to me. It's just the defense isn't as good to me. All they have is really DK. Aaron Rodgers has been solid for them, though. I'll give him that. But I'm still not sold on the team. I think they've had a really easy schedule. I feel like they should have another loss, even though I don't like to take wins and loss from teams, but Pittsburgh should have a loss to the Patriots. Patriots had 5 turnovers and they barely beat the Patriots. Patriots should have won that game. But that's the world we live in. Pittsburgh won that game, and I'm just putting playoff possible. Seattle look like a good team under Sam Darnold. The defense has looked good. Sam Darnold has looked good. Him and JSN have been locked in. It's crazy. But they're a good team, Seattle. I think they're going to be in the playoffs. They don't need to be playoff possible. They're a good team. 49ers, same. I'm going to rank these teams in a minute. But 49ers, even though with all the injuries, Kyle Shanahan, Robert Saleh still has the offense moving the ball, defense playing well, even without their best player, Fred Warner, and Nick Bosa both out for the year. Mac Jones is playing, and he's looking good, even though he doesn't look good in Kyle Shanahan's offense. Tampa, you're a good team. Even though they did get blown out by Detroit, didn't look good at all. Baker really didn't look good. I feel like he was overthrowing guys and all, but they're still a good team. Titans is mock draft time. It's mock draft time. Washington, I think they're better than what their record says. I think Jaden Daniels being in and out is a big problem for them. But I think they're solid. And now let's rank these teams first before we get to Baltimore. Because it's still a weird team because the injuries and the defense. And you know they're better than what their record is. So I'm going to wait. But worst team is Jets, Dolphins. Browns are better than the Titans. Raiders, I don't know. Browns might be better than fucking Raiders too. Shoot. All right, this is it for the mock draft. Almost mock draft time. Giants and Cardinals. Just about that. I think it's about right here. That is probably. Nah, I'm gonna keep it like that. Jacksonville. Chargers. I think Chargers would beat Pittsburgh. I think they're a little bit better right now. I have no reason to believe that, but I just feel like that. So, boom. So, right here, then we have Washington. And the good teams, Washington, New England, Seattle. San Fran. Seattle's better than San Fran right now. I'm not going to lie. San Fran, Seattle. Even though Seattle didn't look, they kept it close with Houston, but Houston has a really top, like, echelon defense where they're playing like it. Then I put Denver, Tampa. Tampa's a little better than Buffalo. Rams, Detroit, Green Bay. I don't know. Green Bay's been so inconsistent. But I'm still going to put them over the Rams and Detroit. Then we put Philly, Colts, KC. I like this, actually. I think I'm cool with this one. How I just partaked. Now let's go and get to the Baltimore Ravens. It's not mock draft time for them. Not almost a mock draft time for them. I don't even think the playoff possible. I'm going to just put them in the bottom of your good team. I don't know if I'm going to get some hate for that or not, but they're 1-5 right now. Lamar Jackson is back. They play the Bears this week. I do feel like they are going to beat the Bears. And that schedule gets really, really easy coming up. Like, extremely easy. I think actually we can just pull it up real quick, actually. Ravens. Oh, shoot. Ravens schedule. All right. 2 more games. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, my delusion. Now, I'm going to say in this game right here, the Rams, the defense looked better. Hold on, let's go to the stats. Game stats. Time of possession. See, the Ravens had time of possession. The defense really they didn't do a bad job. They hold the Rams to 17 points with Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, all that. Derrick Henry did get it going. I would say the offense looked better under Tyler Huntley, but I think it's a step in the right direction for the defense. Don't hold up 17 points, and really could have been 10 because they ended up scoring off the Zay Flowers fumble. So that's what I think is going to happen. They play the Bears this week. I think they're going to win because this is win out time. Thursday Night Football Dolphins. That's a win. 1-5, 2-5, 3-5. Vikings. I think we go beat the Vikings. 4-5. Because Lamar Jackson offense, the team is putting up 30 points. That's just what we know. They're putting up 30 points. They're going to be one of the best offenses. And I think they can just straight up outscore the Vikings. And their defense is getting better. So 3-5. Beating Browns 4-5. Beating Jets 5-5. Wait, am I right? 1-5, 2-5, 3-5, 4-5. Wait, what? 2-5, 3-5, 4-5, 5-5. See, now we're 6-5. We're over positive. Positive now. We're beating the Bengals. Prime time. Lamar doesn't lose to them. Wait, what the freak? 2-5, 3-5, 4-5, 5-5, 6-5, 7-5. All right. I think we beat the Steelers 8-5. Beat the Bengals again 9-5. If Burrow's there or not, I think we still win. That's 9-5. Patriots, I think we could beat Patriots. It'd be 10-5. Green Bay, we could lose Green Bay. I won't be surprised if we lose to Green Bay in Lambeau. But I think this defense is gonna be. I don't think they're gonna be the worst defense. I don't think they're gonna be the best defense. But I think they could get middle of the pack, and this offense is top echelon, and they're more consistent. I feel like in Green Bay, at least right now. Well, not right now, but with Lamar Jackson, what we've seen with that offense compared to Green Bay's offense. And Green Bay does live up yards. I think Baltimore will win it. And we'll win that, be 11-5, 12-5 to end the season. Division champs. That's what I feel like. I don't think it's crazy to say. And now some people are like, well, the Steelers aren't just going to lose. Steelers have a tough schedule coming up. Let me see who they play. Like, they play Green Bay. I think they're going to lose that. Play the Colts. I think they could lose that. Chargers could lose. The Bengals, they should be the Bengals. Bears could lose. Bills could lose. Detroit. Baltimore twice. It's going to be tough. Even the Bengals game, that's going to be tough. Even Cleveland. It's a division game. It's going to be tough. So, but that's what I feel like. This is the situation. This is my NFL power rankings for week 8. We're going into week 8. And so, like, comment, subscribe, comment down below what you think. Make sure to share this video. And hit my link tree. And my little bio thing on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Letterboxd, all that stuff. And hope y'all have a blessed day.